is that Harry and Voldemort share this window in the mind connection that can't be explained by anything else that we've read in the book so far. There's no other theory to explain it. Now, this connection that they share is the same connection that Voldemort and Nagini share. And Nagini is Voldemort's snake and a known
Horcrux.
Now, when
Dumbledore, we think Dumbledore's right about this one because we need to trust Dumbledore.
Yeah, we do. Now, when Harry is in the Department of Mysteries, he takes on the perspective, when he's having these visions and he imagines he's the snake biting Arthur Weasley, wouldn't it make sense then that the reason why Harry can see into the mind of Voldemort's snake is because all three of them share a piece of the same soul?
They got soul.
And also, I'd say that when Dumbledore said that Voldemort put a piece of himself inside Harry, we've never seen magical powers, an actual particle magical power be transferred, so he must be referring to
a piece of soul.
A piece of soul.
Literally a piece of soul.
Now, Voldemort and Harry share all these connections, all these similarities that, again, can't be explained by anything that we've read in the book so far. They were both selected by brother wands. Harry can open up the Chamber of Secrets even though he's not the heir of Slytherin. When was the last time in the book somebody who wasn't the heir of Slytherin opened up the Chamber of Secrets?
And also, everyone says it's because you speak Parseltongue, but it was specifically said because you have
only the heir of Slytherin.
Yeah, it was Ginny Weasley who opened it up, and she used the diary, which was a known Horcrux. Why would the Sorting Hat even consider putting Harry in Slytherin? Harry is the Gryffindor's Gryffindor, who's ever Gryffindor to Gryffindor. What was the Sorting Hat thinking? They must have seen something else.
Yeah, Keith, what were you thinking? Come on. Sorry. Keith is the Sorting Hat, by the way. Something else that's interesting is, this isn't major evidence or anything, but in the divination class in Prisoner of Azkaban, Trelawney is, of course, known for making crackpot predictions, and oftentimes she's really off her rocker. But she is a true seer, because after we see that she made 2 real prophecies, and her grandmother was really famous or whatever, so we know that she is a true seer. And something that all seers can be able to do, or at least I think makes sense, is be able to, tell simple things like birth dates and, based off your astrological sign and all of that. And when she looks at Harry in book 3, she says, "You were born during the winter months, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Actually, I was born in July." And recently we learned on J.K. Rowling's website that Voldemort's birthday was New Year's Eve, which obviously is a winter month. So perhaps Trelawney was getting mixed signals because of this piece of soul inside Harry.
Now, throughout the books, Voldemort has been driven by this single-minded desire to kill Harry. That's all he's concerned about, is just killing Harry. But then after the scene in the 5th book, when he possesses Harry in the Department of Mysteries, after that moment in the books, he stops trying to kill him. He specifically instructs his Death Eaters not to harm Harry. Now, why would he do that unless he realized that there was a piece of his own soul inside Harry which he needs to remove first before killing him?
Now, many of you, I have a feeling the question will come, well, Emerson, you seem so confident that Harry's going to live. Now, how would it be possible for Harry to live if he's a Horcrux? He has to destroy himself. I got you, Emerson. I got you right there. Well, sorry, you don't have Emerson. I have Emerson. No.
Maybe it's not just coincidence that J.K. Rowling happened to introduce creatures that are capable of sucking out a wizard's soul.
Yeah, but you can't sort of go up to them and request a soul sucking.
Those wizards are pretty more interesting soul, okay? Maybe they would,
Okay, for example, I mean, if we know that the Dementor usually sucks the soul out through the mouth, perhaps if Harry's scar is what denotes that he's a Horcrux, perhaps, just give a little on the forehead. That's all I'll take.
Now, Dumbledore says something really strange to Harry after Harry is mourning the death of Sirius.
"Suffering like this, Harry, proves that you are still a man."
That's weird. Who says things like that? You're still a man? Dumbledore could see that there was something less than human inside of Harry, so that's why he was congratulating Harry for still being able to feel empathy. Now the crack on the ring, after Dumbledore removes the Horcrux, is the same shape as Harry's scar, the ring being also a known Horcrux. Just keep piling up, doesn't it, guys?
Now, there are a few gray areas in theory. For example, since we don't know exactly how a Horcrux is created, we can't exactly tell because that night in God's Hall, some people say, well, how can he go there intending to kill Harry, make a Horcrux out of Harry's death, and Harry accidentally turns into a Horcrux? We don't know how it happened, we're just saying that it did, because Slughorn's very vague about the process that you have to go through to make a Horcrux. So we don't know, do you mark the object beforehand? If I want to make this water bottle into a Horcrux, do I kill Emerson first? Or do I kill him after? I mean, we just don't know what exactly it takes. And at one of the events, there was this website like Red Robin Publications, Red Hen Publications or something, and they discussed about the Horcrux theory, about Harry being a Horcrux. And they're thinking that, like, that when you kill somebody...
I'm sorry, that's my apple.
Sorry, it's brand new apple.
It's silent. Entree on that.
Entree on that.
So, where was I? I was making a very good point. Oh, yeah. And they're saying that, so Dumbledore says that when you kill somebody, your soul is split. Now, we think that you have to try to guide that piece of soul into something or other. I don't know how the Horcrux works, but
and also,
he's a Horcrux.
He is, but...
If part of Voldemort is in Harry, how come he couldn't control the Basilisk in Chamber of Secrets?
He didn't
yeah, you actually...
Now, Arthur Levine, who's actually had a chance to read the 7th book, he mentions that in the book, Harry is in a, quote, interesting position. Now, that can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. But wouldn't you consider having a piece of your archenemy's soul inside you to be a
that could be anything, interesting position.
No, we're just saying that could fit.
That would be interesting, definitely, but...
Well, Andrew, I haven't heard your thoughts on Horcrux theory. I've been dying to hear them. What do you
Well, this is the first time I'm involved in one of these manga book talks, and I'm pretty interested. But, okay.
Seriously, how right are we?
I don't know, Emerson, because I'm just thinking now that if Harry was a Horcrux, have you guys really explained yet how this is going to be taken out of him?
Well, yeah, we talked about the Dementor thing with soul sucking.
But
We don't know specifically how the soul
how are you
sucking
going to
works.
get a Dementor to take it out of Harry?
And
It seems
you'd have to
like,
tell
what
him.
do you do?
You'd have to tell him not to take it.
curse.
Dementors love the soul. They wouldn't need that much convincing.
Just put the Dementor under the Imperious curse and say, suck soul.
But
Do it.
you'd have to tell him to get Voldemort's soul, not Harry's own soul as well. So.
Right.
And I don't think they're that sort of complicated creatures. They just do it.
You're not seeing the forest from the trees here. I mean, the fact that these creatures exist offers a lot of evidence that the reason that they specialize in exactly what Harry needs. So the specifics of how the soul would come out, we don't know, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. They could find some way to get a Dementor to do what they do best and suck out a soul.
There is actually an excellent piece of fan fiction on the web right now that details that very scenario, and
Do you happen to be the author?
No, I'm not. I actually just started reading fanfic like a couple of weeks ago, and I've actually gotten into a lot of it because a lot of the theories make sense when you read it in that form. But the author, she told it as with the two souls residing in Harry. Of course, one is Harry's soul, it's complete, it's full. The other one is a fragmented piece. Maybe the Dementors will sense that one first and suck that one out first, leaving Harry.
Yeah. And also Harry has smart friends, like Hermione. I think Hermione,
Yeah.
because like perhaps Dumbledore was a Horcrux noob, and that's why his hand turned all black. I mean, perhaps he didn't know what he was doing. But.
Yeah.
And also, if you're really into fan fiction, read the Psychic Serpent trilogy by Barb on Fiction House.
That was good.
So you think about it, Wormtail still owes Harry a life debt. And Wormtail is always, he's always creeping around looking for information he can use for his own benefit. Maybe Wormtail will pay off his life debt by telling Harry how he can move the Horcrux from inside him. It's just a thought.
I'd say one final point.
Why wouldn't he save Harry's life by doing that?
One final point where it falls down slightly, but I don't know if it does because the same rules don't apply, but when he goes to Godric's Hollow, he knows that the person who has the power to vanquish him is going to be there. So, and when he's talking to Slughorn, he says that 7 is the most powerful magical number. So I just thought, when you go to face the only person who could possibly, kill you and vanquish you, you would go there already with 7 Horcruxes. But obviously, the scenario that happened there is, hadn't never ever been prescribed in history books. So it could have been that the Horcrux was made because of you know.
Right, and Dumbledore said that the night Voldemort went to Godric's Hollow, he wasn't intending to make a Horcrux out of Harry's death, because what more of a significant death could it be than the person who was going to vanquish him?
Oh, I agree,
With the power.
but you'd assume if someone has the power to vanquish you, you'd assume that they had intense, you know, power of magic to kill you. And his defense against magical power is his 7 Horcruxes, because you know he can't be killed with that. So it's just a case of wearing down his opponents until he can. Because if he can't be killed, then the other person can't kill him. So I thought he'd go to Godric's Hollow already with the most amount of Horcruxes there to face his arch enemy. But saying that, I'm not sure, because it is an important death, obviously.
Right.